Good morning. It's 10 a.m. I'm heading for my second flight of the day. The first was from LA to San Francisco, and now I'm flying from San Francisco to Chicago for Star Wars Celebration. If you've never heard me talk about Celebration before, it is basically Comic-Con, but entirely for Star Wars. So this is obviously a hugely exciting year to be a part of it because we've got Episode 9 coming out, we've got The Mandalorian coming out, we have the theme parks. Like, it is a huge year for Star Wars. But I'm also incredibly excited because it's in Chicago this year, and I've never been to Chicago. Kyle, are you excited?
I am some kind of excited.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll get excited when it actually happens.
Here's everything I know about Chicago. Ready?
Yeah.
Metal Bean.
Yep.
Improv comedy.
Okay.
Soup pizza.
Yep.
Big hot dog.
Yep.
And in the 1800s, there was so much standing water in the city that everybody got dysentery and cholera, and they had to lift the entire city up on jacks to install a sewer.
I didn't know that one.
That's everything.
All right. Good to know.
Do you know any additional Chicago facts?
The Bulls and the Cubs play there.
That's true. Here he is. Producer to the stars.
I have to come on.
What an exciting time. Here we go.
Hello.
Here we are, Chicago, Beantown, the city of brotherly love.
Cheesesteaks.
The cheesesteak city. Harper's doing business. He's a very important businessman. He's got like 3 laptops and a notebook and like
Bluetooth headphones.
He's got 2 different Bluetooth headsets in. I'm staying in Wicker Park for the next couple days, which is supposed to be a really lovely neighborhood, even though it sounds like the kind of place where witches murder children. So far, it's very cute. That is Wormhole Coffee. I don't know anything about it, but everybody told me to just go in without knowing anything about it. That place was cool. Coffee was fine. It was fine. It was good. It was fine. West North Avenue. Fuck you, Chicago. I'm just trying to meet my friends somewhere. Say it again, you monster. Say what you said again on camera.
Chicago has better tacos than LA.
Eat shit and die. There's no way. Good morning. It is a considerably colder day in Chicago. We are moving to the hotel today, but first, my buddy Max is going to pick me up, and I'm heading to the Cards Against Humanity office to hang out a little bit. It's amazing to think that there are over 30 board games in the world now.
This is due by Friday.
How did you meet your wife?
Oh, yeah. Well, I met my wife a couple times at parties when I moved to San Francisco, but she did not remember me. I made no impression on her whatsoever. And then a few weeks later, I received my Kickstarter-backed copy of Cards Against Humanity. And I went on Twitter and I invited her and 3 friends that we had in common to come out and play Cards Against Humanity. And she came out and we picked each other's answers all night and then immediately started dating. And now we are married. We met over Cards Against Humanity. Well, that was nice. It was super wonderful to be able to finally come by and see the office where they make the game that got me married. The podcast is called Due by Friday, by the way, and it should be up soon. It's with Max and Merlin Mann and Alex Cox, and I'll put a link to it in the thing. Star Wars Celebration Day 1. This boy running late? You know he is. You know it. Back what you wanted to say. You know it wouldn't matter anyway. It's John Boyega!
I can't send you personal emails with spoilers.
Well, that's on your private Snapchat, I heard. You can give that to everybody later.
My private Snapchat is for the exclusive fans. And there's a lot of them.
Anthony Daniels!
That's quite enough of that, thank you. I'm the one making the noise here from now on.
Sit down.
I love it when you talk like that. So they say we need a more open title that describes...
Jar Jar fans, you're here, yes? Have you thought how that's all sort of changed over the last 2 decades?
Yeah, you know, George years ago told me that the kids that grow up with Jar Jar, they're not even gonna think about all the criticism that happened back then.
It's day 3. Can you hear it in my voice?
And Oscar Isaac said that he kind of pushed you over the line. What was kind of your trepidation, and what did Oscar do to bring you to us, Pedro?
He's trying to take credit for convincing me to do it. I was like, I'm doing this, and he said, welcome.
Well, I don't know about you, Pedro, but it scared the hell out of me. We're talking about, look what has come before it in the Star Wars universe of films. I mean,
but you're Carl Weathers, man.
But hey.
You're Carl Weathers, man. Myrna Velasco is here.
My people! My people!
I was in the area, so I thought the least I could do is to pop in for a laugh.
Yeah.
So
James Arnold Taylor!
Hello there! Clone Wars saves!
Look where I'm at! Look where we are!
Look at where we are!
Look where we are!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Last day, so of course I'm running late. Why wouldn't I be?
But we have one last surprise in store here on the stage.
And this one is for Anthony and Andy, so please welcome members of the 501st Legion.
On behalf of the 501st Legion and all Star Wars fans, we are pleased to make you both honorary members. Congratulations.
I'm a trooper!
The hardest working crew in all of television is Trooper Henry and the Star Wars
I know I say this every year, but I mean it every year, especially this year. Star Wars Celebration is an absolutely amazing, once-in-a-lifetime event, and I cannot believe that I get to be a part of it. Thank you so much to everybody who watched at home, everybody who came to Chicago, everybody who joined us on stage, to Max and Chastity for joining the amazing team that I get to work with every year at this thing. There's so much that happened that I didn't even get video of. I normally have so much more footage from Celebration, but it was literally just so big and crazy this year. There are so many things that I didn't even get to put into this video. So I asked all of you what you wanted to know about Star Wars Celebration, what you wanted to know about my experience there last month, and a ton of you answered on Instagram. So I'm going to make a video with that Q&A very soon. If you did not get to ask a question, follow me on Instagram. That is where I put stuff like this. But also, you can put a question down below in the comments, and I will look at those before I make this Q&A video as well. Thank you so much to everybody once again. I cannot believe I get to do this for a living.